Hello everyone, it's me Uncle John. Today I am going to read S5 5054, Junie Jones and some sneaky picky spying. Chapter 5, Sickish. Mrs. didn't see me. That's because I hide it behind the water fountain speedy fast. And guess what? She had a man with her, and I never even saw that guy before. Hey, who the heck is that? I said to just myself. Then I run my fastest to the cereal aisle to tell mother what I saw. Only all of a sudden I remembered about how she told me no more spying. And so maybe I might get in trouble with her, I think. That's how come I stopped running and I started to go back to pick at Mrs. some more, but mother already spotted me. Hey, where are you going? She called at me. Come here. Yeah, only I can come there. I explained, cause I just remembered something very important and it's called I am not done drinking yet. Then I run right back to the water fountain. Only Mrs. and the strange man were already disappeared. Shoot, I said, where did those sneaky Pete's go to? After that, I had to look all over the store for those guys. First, I looked where the chocolate milk was. Then I looked where the pasquiti and tomato sauce was. And I also looked where the delicious candy was. Only guess where I finally found them? At the stinky, dumb vegetable. That's where I quick ducked down and hid it around the corner. Then I did some sneaky peeky spying on them. I saw Mrs. picking out yucky, blocky broccoli and stewy pewy tomato, and also the kind of vegetable named zucchini, except for then the strange man snatched zucchini right out of her hands, and he tried to put it back on the shelf. Only Mrs. grabbed it right back again, and she pretended to hit him on the head with it, and then they both started laughing very much. That's when a very terrible thing happened, and it's called Mrs. And the strange man did a big smoochy kiss, and it was in front of the whole entire everybody. I covered my eyes. That's 'cause I was ashamed of her. Of course, on account of teachers. Account of teacher shouldn't do that smoochy thing. And after that, I picked my eyes between my fingers and I saw Mrs. standing at the grapes. She picked up a bunch of the green kind. Then she pulled some grapes right off the top of it. And that's when the most terrible thing of all happened. Because just then Mrs. put the grapes in her mouth and she ate them. Mrs. ate the grapes, and she didn't even pay for them. Oh no, I whispered, very upset. Oh no, oh no. Because eating is the same thing as stealing, remember? And teachers aren't supposed to do stealing. Teachers are supposed to be perfecter than that. Because they have to set a good example for little children. After that, I felt very sickish inside of my stomach. On account of Mrs. didn't even get caught and learn her lesson. Because nobody saw what she did. Not the store guy, not the strange man, nobody except for me. Chapter 6, Squeezy Lips. I didn't a tattletale on Mrs. That's 'cause if I told mother, I would get in trouble for spying. And if I told the store guy, Mrs. might go to jail. And so I just kept it a secret inside my head. 'Cause nobody can see secrets inside your head. Not even if they look in your ears. On Sunday, Grandma and Grandpa Miller came to our house for dinner. Only I couldn't talk to them that much. That's because the secrets are very slippery, and I didn't want to slip out of my mouth by accident. Why so quiet tonight, Genevieve? Said Grandma Miller at the table. Cat got your tongue? My mouth went wide open. What cat, Grandma? It's the same cat that got killed by the ice cream truck. How come he wants to get my tongue? Did his tongue get squished in the accident? Grandma Miller made a face and she didn't eat her roast beef anymore. Mother looked surprised at me. You sure did get chatty all of a sudden. Does this mean you're not mad about the cookies anymore? And so then I remembered to stop talking again, or else my secret might slip out. I squeezed my lips together very tight. And guess what else? Even the next day when I was on the bus to school, my lips still stayed squeezed. Hi, Junie, said my bestest friend, Grace. I did a wave at her. That Grace frowned at me. How come you're not saying hi? You have to say hi. It's the rule. Except for I still didn't say hi. And so then she called me the name of a big stinky. And when we got to school, that Grace told Lucille I was being a meanie. And so those two played horses all by themselves and not me. That's how come I finally had to sing something very loud at them. I've got a secret. Ha 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 ha. I sang. The Grace put her hands on her lips. So she said, we don't care, do we, Lucille? Except for just then, Lucille ran over to me pretty quick 'cause she cared. That's why. If you tell me a secret, I'll be your best friend, she said. Yeah, only I can, Lucille, I explained, 'cause if I tell you my secret, Mrs. might get in big trouble. And so I have to keep it inside my head. Lucille did a frown at me. It's not good to keep secret inside your head, Junie, she said. My brother says keeping secret inside your head makes pressure in there and pretty soon your head blows up. My eyes got very big at her. Oh no, I hollered real upset and I holded it my head real tight with my hand. And I run my very fastest to the nurse's office 'cause she has band-aids to hold your head together, I think. My head's gonna blow, my head's gonna blow, I yelled at the nurse. She jumped up from her desk and hurried over to me. What's wrong, Junie? Do you have a bad headache? She asked. No, I have a bad secret. It's about Mrs. Only I can't tell anybody. And now there's a pressure in my head and I need a band-aid. Or else it's gonna explode. The nurse said, come down to me. Then she put a band-aid on my head. And me and her went to principal's office. Principal is the boss of the school. Me and him know each other very good. That's because I keep on getting sent down there. And so now I'm not even afraid of that guy. Principal set me in a big wood chair. Good afternoon, Junie, he said. What's the trouble today? Good afternoon, I said back. My head's gonna blow. Principal frowned his eyes at me. Why do you think that? He asked. I did a little bit of a squirming, 'cause I got a secret in there, that's why. Principal sat down at his big desk. He folded it. He folded his hands. Maybe if you tell me your secret, I can help you, he said. Yeah, only I can't talk, I told him. Principal looked disappointed at me. But I thought you and I were pals, he said. We are. I'm not even afraid of you. Principal did a chuckle. Good, that's good, he said. Then why don't you tell me what's bothering you? That's when I did a huffy breath at him. 'Cause the guy wasn't listening to me, of course. Yeah, only I already said I can't talk. Remember that? 'Cause if I talk, then I might accidentally tell you that my teacher stole the grapes at the grocery store and then she might have to go to jail. And so that's how come I just have to keep it a secret inside my head. And that's all. I smoothed my skirt. The end, I said. Then I squeezed my lips together very tight. My secret might slip out. Only guess what? I think it already did. Chapter 7, Sour Grapes. Principal called Mrs. to come to his office. Only I didn't even know he was going to do that sneaky thing. That's how come I had to pull my skirt way over my head, or else Mrs. would see me there, and she would know I had tattletaled on her. Don't do that, said Principal. Yes, only I'm allowed, I said from underneath my skirt, 'cause I have on my new red tights and also boxer shorts. After that, Principal went out of his office and I heard my teacher's voice outside the door. Then I quick got down from my big wood chair and I hid it on the principal's giant desk. 'Cause I was scared of what was going to happen, that's why. I stayed quiet for lots of minutes. Then I heard Fit come back in the office and so I made my breath very quiet. Junie Jones, said Principal. She might be hiding, said Mrs. She's good at that, you know. And so just then I had to think of something very quick or else they might come looking for me, I think. Yeah, only Junie B. Jones isn't hiding, I said in a scary voice. Junie B. Jones had to go home. Only don't call her mother or else she will get mad at you. And crack your head open after that. Phil walked real fast around the desk. He was principal. Come out up there right now, young lady, he said. I picked my eyes at him. Shoot, I said, very quiet. I had to sit in the big wood chair again, and Mrs. sat down next to me. Except for I didn't look at her, or else she might be making a feast at me. Good morning, Junie, she said in a nice voice. I did a gulp. I think you and I need to have a little talk, she said. Then my eyes got a teeny bit of wet in them. 'Cause a little talk means I'm gonna get yelled at. Yeah, only I tried not to tattletale on you, I said very quick. 'Cause I didn't want you to go to jail for stealing grapes. So I kept it a secret inside my head. And I didn't tell. And Grandpa Miller thought a dead cat got my tongue. Only today Lucille said my head was gonna blow. And so that's how come I run to the nurse for a band-aid. And she took me to principal. And then my secret accidentally slipped out of my lips. He says, dried my eyes and with a tissue. It's okay, Junie B. She said, I am not angry at you. I just need to know what you saw me do at the grocery store. Can you tell me what you saw? And she said the word exactly. I made my voice very whispering. I exactly saw you eat grapes, I told her. Except for you didn't pay the store man for them. You just put them in your mouth and ate them. And that's called the word of stealing, I think. After that, I hid my head under my skirt again. You don't have to hide, Junie. I'm the one who should be hiding. I'm the one who took the grapes. I picked my eyes over my skirt at her. Then Mrs. did a little smile. She explained all about what happened 2 weeks ago. I bought some grapes at the grocery store, but when I got them home, I discovered they were so sour no one in my family would eat them. So this week, when my husband and I went back to the store, I thought I'd be smart and taste a couple of grapes before I bought them. I raised my eyebrows. Is that the rules? I asked, very quiet. Mrs. shook her head. No, she said, that's not the rules. I should have told the grocery man about my sour grapes. Then I should have asked him if I could sample one or two, but I didn't do that. And it was right of you to worry when you saw me eating them without paying for them. It was? I asked. Mrs. smiled again. Of course it was. It showed you know right from wrong, and it also shows that teachers make mistakes just like everybody else. Teachers aren't perfect, Junie. No one is perfect. After that, I felt relief in me because of no more secret, that's why. Yeah, and guess what else I saw? I said, very happy. I saw you and your strange man do a big smoochy kiss, and it was right in front of the whole entire everybody. Only you didn't even know I was spying on you, 'cause I'm not actually allowed to do that sneaky thing. Only my mother never even find it out. I smiled very proud of myself, except for Mrs. didn't smile back. And principal didn't smile back too, 'cause guess what? Another secret just slipped out. That's why. Chapter 8, Grandparents' Day. Mrs. went back to room 9. That's because the bell rang to start kindergarten, of course. Only the principal didn't let me go too. He said to stay in my wood chair. Then he called mother on the telephone. And he told her all about the grocery store and also about my sneaky peeky spying. Principal is a squealer. After that, mother said she wanted to talk to me. Only when I said hi, she didn't even say hi back. She said she wasn't very happy with me. Missy, no more spying means no more spying, and we would talk about this after her work. Then mother said she never wants to get any more phone calls from principal. Did I understand? Did I? I looked at principal. Mother says not to call her anymore. I told him that mother did a loud groan in the phone, except I don't know why. After that, me and her hanged up, and principal said I could go to room 9. So I run the 3 speedy cake, only too bad for me, 'cause I got there too late to sing. My country teaches thee, sweet land of liberty, which is my favorite flag song. And so I just had to sit down at my table, and that's all. I showed Lucille my band-aid. See, my hair is not blowed up, I said. very happy. Too bad. And a mean boy named Jim. I made a fist at him. Then me and him got into a scuffle. Scuffle is the school word for accidentally tore his shirt. Only guess what? I didn't even get in trouble because just then the grandparents came to room 9 to grandparents' day. Hey, there's mine, there's mine. I hollered, very excited. Mine is the grandpa with the baldy head. Mine too, said a girl named Charlotte. Mine too, said my boyfriend named Ricardo. Then a grandma with blonde hair came in and she has a long red fingernail and dangling earrings with jewels on them. I smiled at her. Your mama looks like a moneybags, Lucille said. After that, another grandma came in, and she rushed over to that Jim I hate, and she tried to hug him very tight. Only that mean Jim just kept on standing there, and he didn't even hug her back. I tapped on her. I'll hug you, I said, and so then me and her hugged real tight. I hate your grand boy, I said very sweet. Just then Mrs. clapped her loud hands together and she made the grandparents sit down in the back of the room. Then the children talked all about what we do in room 9. It's fun in here, said my bestest friend. We learn to count and to read and to wash our hands after we go to the bathroom. And we learn recess and snacks and art, said Ricardo. Art is my favorite, I called out. Only my art didn't get hanged up. Because I painted a horse. And his head turned out like a fat winner sausage, and so I had to tear it up and stomp on it with my shoes. Then that mean Jim did a cuckoo sign at me, and it was right in front of the whole entire grandparents. Only everybody makes a mistake, I said. Right, Mrs. 'Cause on Saturday you kissed a strange man at the grocery store, and then you stole a bunch of grapes, and so even teachers make mistakes, right? Mrs. face went funny, then her skin turned the color of reddish, and her voice couldn't say any words. How come you're not talking, Mrs.? I hollered out. Does the dead cat got your tongue? Just then Grandma Miller made a loud laugh at the back of the room. Then I heard my Grandpa laughed too, and pretty soon lots of other grandparents were laughing and laughing. Hey, it sounds happy in this place, I hollered. After that, Mrs. didn't look so reddish anymore. We got out the freshmen. Grandma Biller helped me put my cookies on a plate. Mrs. made an announcement to room 9. She said only 2 cookies apiece for the children. Except for I ate 4 chocolate ones. And nobody even saw me. Only that's not called stealing, that's called extra. After the freshmen, the grandparents had to go home to their houses. And so I hugged my grandma and grandpa very much. And then I hugged that mean James' grandma too. And also Lucille's moneybags, Nana. Love your earrings, I said. Then Mrs. saw me being polite and she smiled very nice at me. Mrs. has white teeth. They are just like Grandpa Miller's teeth, only hers don't come out, I think, except I'm not for sure positive. And so guess what? I shall still wish I could hide in a hamper. That's what. The end.